Yes. What are the light of them? Rohit see Rohit is there. Or Suraj. So what does the passage contain? Yes, tell me. What it contains basically. Yes. Now the passage. How do you look at a passage when you're trying to solve asking? What does it mean to you? Yes. Nothing. Nothing higher. Corner to crowded. Yes. Why this corner is vacant? That corner is crowded. Is something special going on there? And today is what Monday, first day of the week. Are you upset that you go to afternoon the post visit here? That's why you're not replying. Which book? So what does it contain passage? Is it the weight that will speak first? Will you party to? It's a party so party. Yes. Author's arguments, right? Okay, so these are the author's arguments. Not necessarily facts, it may be a combination of facts and opinion. So basically, what all they are, author's arguments. Okay, so when you say something which is based on author's argument but not given in the passage, is known as inference. So inference is something based on author's argument but not directly stated in the passage. So it is like more like reading between the lines. Okay, or replacing a part of the passage. Now, sometimes they make use of word rational, critical, inference. So when they say rational, critical, it's not the head, it is inclusive. Okay, the word rational comes from the word ratio, right? So it should be inclusive. Right? Critical means it is in line with the focus of the passage. So these are the interpretation of different words. So basically, what is inference? It is something based on the passage, but not directly given in the passage. Okay. And many times inference is drawn by the reader. So what do you understand after reading the passage? It's not obviously given in the passage. So when you say infer, means inferring is done by the reader. But when you say imply, so implication is given by author. So sometimes these words are given. Which of the following is inferred, or most rational inference, or which of the following is implied in the passage, or implications in the passage. But all they mean saying, only these certain inferences apart, that they are based on the passages but not directly given in the passages. That is the core meaning of inference, imply, and implication. Okay, although there is certain inference, but UPSC doesn't exploit that. Means it won't give you inference and implication in the same question and ask you to choose one of them. No, it won't have. Okay, because it will be too confusing and too complex to decide which one is. Right? Because again, RC is subjective. It's not like mathematics. There is its habits. Okay. So inference is one which is based on author's argument. On the other hand, assumption is something which supports author's argument. Okay? Assumption is something which supports author's argument. But both are indirect. Both are not given directly in the passage. But you have to look at the function of these two things. Okay, both are indirect. Inference is also indirect, and assumption is also indirect. But the function is different. What is assumption basically? Assumption is a belief of the author which doesn't state you or give you directly. He assumes something by writing the paragraph or passage. But that assumption is not stated to you directly. I'm getting my point. So assumption का function क्या है? To support what author is saying. While inference का function क्या है? Yes, it should be based on what author is saying. So whenever you are finding out inference, you have to ask the question: which part of the passage is supporting this statement or option? While finding out assumption, that which part of the passage or argument is supported by this assumption. Are you getting my point? So you don't have to find support in the passage for finding out assumption. ये inference के लिए करना है. Inference क्या करना है? You have to find out support in the passage. But assumption क्या करना है? You have to find which part of the passage is being supported by assumption. So ये function बोलो. Okay. So अगर if you create a pyramid, पहले assumption आता है. Okay, at the base of this. बाद में passage का argument आता है. Right? Then उसके बाद inference. There is another term which is often used is corollary. In us. Okay. So in the language of mathematics, corollary is some theorem. Theorem based on theorem. So basically it is theorem, but it is not mere theorem. It is a theorem derived from theorem. So similarly in RC, corollary is basically inference. Okay. Corollary is basically what? Inference. But it is not mere inference. Right? So what it is? First, it is inference based on inference. So you draw an inference from the passage and then you draw another inference from the inference. So the next stage. So sometimes it is also known as next step of the passage. Or next step of the argument given in the passage. It is also known as sometimes solution to the problems given in the passage. So these are basically some of the interpretations of corollary. Are you getting my point? So these three types of questions today we are going to practice with this theory and anatomy, right? And by doing this, we will also try to learn something which will help us in further increasing our quality of study. Because I told you on the very first stage that the utility of CSAT is not only for prelims, it is also for main examination, right? It helps you to improve overall quality of your studies. So let's see how it happens. So open your chapter 1 RC questions on inference and corollary. So it's after syllogisms. Have you got lost? Okay, try to solve only first question. This one. Do it carefully. It is based on inference. Done? Yes. Can you tell me answer? T for that. Where is implied? Yes. Last line. Right? Risk. What risk implies? Risk implies two things. One is threat, right? And another is one is threat and another is yes, possibility. When you say there is a risk, means what you imply here? There is a possibility. Both these things are implied in the last line, right? There is a threat and could indicates possibility. Also, it is conditional when they use phrase in the event of. What is the meaning of in the event of? What do you mean by in the event of? Hmm. In the event of what? In the event of, in case of. So in case of, if it happens then. So it is conditional. It is not blanket. It is not pure. But if you look at ABC, do you find similar tone here? No, they are blanket statements right now. Not there right now. All of them are blanket statements. That first one is FPI are not good for emerging economies. That is a blanket statement. Advanced economies undermine the global financial stability. Again, it is a blanket statement. Blanket का मतलब क्या है? Sweeping statement with no conditionalities attached, no ifs and buts. India should desist from accepting FPIs in the future. Again, it is a blanket statement. Is it not? Okay, let's do one interesting exercise. Tell me something based on the passage, but not directly given the passage. Right. Tell me something. I mean, I'm asking you to draw another inference. Okay, something which is based on the passage, but not directly given the passage. Restrict. All right. But is it in the nature of FPI that you would restrict them? Restrict from what? Entering or outgoing? Not if you are in need of money, then would you restrict? Okay, what else? At least good try. Anything else that you can see based on the passage, but not directly in the passage? And let me tell you, this requires thinking. It doesn't have an automatic. Okay, so simply reading is not study. You have to take pause and think what is given, which is not so obvious or visible. How they are implied? What will infer? Go ahead, let it be wrong, doesn't matter. You can commit minimum mistakes here. Am I committing mistakes you don't? Yes. बताओ और क्या बता सकते हो? Which can be supported by the passage. क्या पाना चाहिए? हाँ. Any statement which you think is based on passage. Okay, let me highlight one thing and tell me what does it mean. Share of portfolio investments, ये जो sentence है ये, okay, has doubled in the past decade in emerging economies. इसके implication क्या है? What does it imply? If it has doubled in emerging economies, what does it imply? Why it has been doubled? Because they offer relatively better rate of returns. So emerging economies offer better rate of returns on FPIs than advanced economies. Is it not an implication? Of course, that's why it is doubled. Right? What else you can say about FPI by looking at the paragraph? Yes. What do you understand about FPI after reading the paragraph? What kind of investment it is? What is the nature of this investment? Is it short term or long term? Of course, short term. So you can say FPI is a volatile type of investment. I'll read in my mind. So to be able to make such observations based on the content you are reading requires a pause and think, and that adds quality to what you are studying. Simply reading and remembering is not study. You have to deepen your understanding. That is the primary requirement of science. Okay. In the notification is clear later. It is not about checking the range of memory, range of information of memory. It is about checking depth of understanding. Right? Okay. Now try second one. I'll give you 2 minutes. Do it carefully. Yes, everyone. Okay, tell me answer. Yes, what is the answer? C. Very simple, right? Reduces the human capital. Leaves Indian body is smaller on an average, right? And BBs prone to sickness who may fail to develop their full cognitive potential. So human capital में क्या आता है? Physical and mental abilities of people. And if they are harmed, इसका मतलब क्या है? That capital is getting reduced. So conceptual linkage. How many of you have marked B as your answer? Underline this, most important. So when you say most important part, it implies comparison with other health problems, and that is not done. So because entire passage is about definition, that's why you assume that this is the most important, not necessary. Are you getting my point? So when something is written as most important, major or main or chief, it implies comparison. And you need to ask why it is so. All right. Okay, let's do same exercise for the sake of practice. If I give you only one sentence, first sentence, what else you can say based on this first sentence, which is not directly written about? सिर्फ पहला sentence पढ़ो और मुझे बताओ what would you say? I mean, what inference would you draw based on first sentence alone? Again, think about conceptual linkage. Then it is easy. Or rephrasing. Is it too hard? I don't think so. Yes. Oh. No, that is very poor reasoning. Don't go there. It is not required. Yes, Aisha.
So sanitation facilities are very important for preventing the diseases which are spread through the human feces.
Correct. So the conceptual link is sanitation. So what would you say based on first sentence? Sanitation facilities are must in densely populated areas. Why? Because it said no, where it is impossible to keep away human feces from crops, wells, food, and children's needs. You're getting my point. So when you say impossible, so something is must. And what is that something? Conceptually, sanitation facility. Okay, if you connect second sentence to first, what else you can say based on these two? Now, in addition to first, if you take second one, what else you can say, which is not directly given? Again, you have to think about conceptually contamination. So what else you can link conceptually to contamination of groundwater? Okay, anything else? Anything else? So when the water is contaminated, is it safe for consumption? So you can say groundwater in densely populated area is not safe for consumption. Waiting my point. We are linking contamination with what? Safety. Safety of what? Consuming the water. So you have to socialize for us. And that's what real study is all about. You're getting my point. So don't read too much for this examination. I'm again telling. Okay, current affair के base बहुत कम क्वेश्चन थे मेन एग्जाम. If you count the number of questions, there are not 100 questions. Okay, so आपको कम ही पढ़ना है लेकिन ढंग से. All right, now try to solve next set of questions 3 to 10. I'll give you 12 minutes. Start. Okay, tell me answer of third. D for Delhi. Has everyone got this? Where is implied? Second line, second statement. If there is an element common to all of them, it is that many of them are outcomes of economic reforms. Right? So this is where it is implied. Others can be eliminated, right? For example, A is a sweeping argument. Completely avoid all trade liberalization. It is an extreme. Socioeconomic situation is not discussed, right? And its connection with trade liberalization is not discussed. And this pessimism, no solution, is not implied, right? So you can eliminate these and select B. All right. Fourth, A. Eliminating other is easy. Do you agree? Yes, because there is a word which is used in all the like absolute, right? Which is not implied. What passage is saying is in all possible security, possible, right? Completely good. Are you getting my point? But this social and political freedom is implied. Do you agree? Yes, social freedom is also implied and political freedom is also implied. Now, fifth, C, correct. A, you can eliminate because illiteracy and its connection with basic health practices is not highlighted, right? Then government cannot alone manage the argument. And last is exactly opposite to what passage is saying. Sixth, D for Delhi. Where is implied? Can pose a threat. Imply. Last, we have accidentally put ourselves at risk for food shortages in future. How many of you have marked A or B? So underline this due to green revolution. So how many of you think that green revolution comes first and then use of inputs come later? This is often a misconception. I'm getting my point. Rather, green revolution happens due to use of inputs like monocropping, hybrid seeds, pesticides. So green revolution is an outcome, it is not an input. So cause and effect relationship is reversed. C and E is reversed. Right? And C is extreme because of the word only. Right? Only way. Okay. Seventh. D for Delhi. Now this passage is only one line RP, is it not? And rest of the thing is example indicated by the word for instance. So first line जो है वही सिर्फ आर्गुमेंट है, बाकी का जो है वो क्या है? Illustration, example है. And this rephrasing कैसे किया जाएगा? In the context of is replaced by in tandem with. Are you getting my point? This much rephrasing is only done. The rest of the things are similar. While other you can eliminate, right? Difficult to pursue in developing country. Argument क्या है? No. Far more complex than ये. Comparison हुआ है? No. And every is too extreme. Are they talking about every developmental activity? No. They are talking about other development concerns. Is that clear? So you try to eliminate also. Eighth. What is the answer of question 8? A. Where is implied? Yes. Last line. Supply of water is a critical service that the environment provides. Right? And recycling is explained here. Every glass of water we drink. Those sentence may be implied. Right? But B implied here. What B implies here? Living organisms are must to get potable water. That is not implied. Right? And this is out of focus. Even though it might be true, but it's not in line with the focus of the passage. And are they talking about origin could not have come into existence? Means origin? No. Ninth. D for Delhi. Where is implied? Doesn't exclude the common man, means include the common man. That is financial inclusion. And 10th, D for Delhi. So where is implied D for Delhi? Yes, impel the whole of them into the society. Impel comes क्या है? Force, compel. So synonyms, right? But other you can eliminate. No. Any given human society always extreme हो गया है, right? And is social life specific characteristic of man? No, that is not argued, right? All right, have you understood the explanations? All right, okay. Now, next set of questions, 11 to 20. I'll give you 15 minutes. still solving. Yes. Any questions? 1, 2, 3 minutes more. Please wrap it up. Yeah. 11 to 20. Okay, well. All right. So what is the answer of 11th? B performing. Because whatever is mentioned in the passage is land use practice, farming and other everything. So it is imperative because it is a major contributor, including all. But to say cheap side, it is not supported. So D is not supported, right? And A and C clearly has no support. C is a pessimism, and organic farming that's not clearly discussed. 12th, B performing. Again, if you look at the word consumed, so you can eliminate other options because it is given in DC, but not implied in passage. It is talking about produced without passing through the commercial channels, right? 13th, C, correct. Where it's implied that free expression of the will of the people at lower level and their active participation at the grassroots level is required in democracy to make evolution successful. Where it is implied, yes, yes, political legitimacy, right? Here means mass demand from below for the decentralization process, right? Which is able to create political force for it to take place. उसकी वजह क्या होता है? Yes, अपर से अगर इनिशिएट हो जाता है तो क्या होता है? Often doesn't fulfill its objective. So अपर से जब आता है तो नहीं होता है objective, लेकिन below से आता है तो हो जाता है, right? That is what the option C is all about. But this is not clearly mentioned. Strong filling operationalism in the masses. This is different. And political mobilization at the grassroots is different. So what they are saying essentially is political mobilization at the grassroots, right? Self filling काफी नहीं. 14th, A. Is it a general characteristic? Yes. No, that's not a general characteristic. I'm getting my point. And no hope at all is not supported. How many of you mark D for Delhi? So underline this. It means that the average income in these countries, which till now have been growing rapidly. So अब तक कैसे ग्रो हो रहे थे? Rapid. So that is exactly against what option D is saying. Are you getting my point? Because option D is saying that the performance of Asian economies is not satisfactory. That's how they were growing rapid, right? So a contradiction. That's why D is not right. All right. 15th. D for Delhi, and that is implied this sentence. There are still gaps in understanding how climate change will work as the root cause of migration. Right? So gap in understanding of the time, we have not understood it properly. 16th. C, and that is implied not useful. Yes. Last line, is it not? If our index stays in the red or dangerous region day after day, there is not much anyone can do. So what does it mean? It can't, right? Then getting used to it. So ये कहाँ हो रहा है? ये जो सब हो रहा है वो कहाँ हो रहा है? Many large cities. ये large city में हमेशा रेड जोन क्या वो रहता है? रेड जोन में रहता है. तो वो हेल्प नहीं कर रहा है. 17. C. How many of you mark A? So write it there one-sided. One-sided क्यों है? Because it is only talking about service sector, right? B किसने मार्क किया है? So right there, how part is not explained, which is given in the passage. वो सिर्फ क्या बोल रही है? Must shift, but how? That is the focus of the passage. So how part is not explained. And D क्या problem है? Same. जो A में है, one-sided. It is only focused on agriculture. Are you getting my point? But C is inclusive. It talks about both. Are you getting my point? That's why C is a rational inference. 18th. A, correct. So whatever examples are given in the passage are the evidences of option A. Is there anyone who has marked option B? Underline this, very high is a very specific, right? And that is not supported. Okay. And B and C doesn't have support. For example, C is exactly opposite to what passage is saying. Passage is saying outside protected area, C is saying inside protected area, right? And this one that should be encouraged to replace eco agriculture with conventional agriculture. That argument is not right. 19. C, correct. Where it is implied that India should push up the public investment and encourage private investments in R&D, technology operation, skill development. Yes. Yes. Yeah. Pushing up public investment, implied. Yes. When you say something is high technology and capital intensive, so automatically होगा. No, you need R&D. And R&D के लिए क्या चाहिए? Fund. So it is implied over there. Are you getting my point? But others you can eliminate. Are you getting my point? And last, 20. D for belly. Where is implied? Marginal phenomenon. And force, where is implied force? Force is implied in conflict, right? And this marginal is implied in seldom, right? So conflict होता है, लेकिन कैसा होता है? Seldom होता है. And that's why you need to use force as a marginal thing. Is that clear? All right. Now, next 6 minutes. Do it. Have we discussed? Okay. What is the answer of 21st? C. Others you can eliminate because they're extreme, right? Always no political solution cannot be resolved. All these have no basis. But C has got a basis. Where? Yes. Second line. Do you agree? Competition over the diminishing resources would ensue in the form of political or even violent conflict. 22nd. B for bombing. Where this is implied, neither desirable nor sustainable. Yes. Here, the word harmed. Harm, ये word indicate कर रहा है, we don't want, right? So here, harm what? Human capital as well as natural capital, right? But this is not supported. World is not satisfactory, right? Performance satisfactory नहीं है. World needs more human capital or more emphasis on natural capital. This is not supported, right? Okay. 23rd. B for bombing. Why? Why? Yes. Here, it is in this context that labor reforms are often cited as the way to unlock double-digit growth in India, right? But how many of you mark B? So underline this. Even though you have young people, does that mean they're skilled? No. Reading my point. That is not explicitly implied. Okay? You have assumed that. That's why you mark this. And C, so obviously, right? Very soon is a very specific. You don't know, right? And A is not in line with what the passage is talking about. 24th, D for Delhi. Why D for Delhi? Because despite opening their accounts, still they were relying on middlemen. So what does it imply? उनके पास financial literacy नहीं है because they cannot operate their account, right? All right. So this is enough about inference. Now let's move to next part, that is parallel. There are 5 questions. Remember what we have said about parallel. I'll give you 7 minutes. Start. Done. Now it is. What about this? All right. Tell me answer for that. B for bombing. Is it given that poverty and climate change or climate impact each other? Yes. And solution is you have to imagine the food system. Right. A is devoid of climate change. C is also not mentioning climate change, while B is off track. Is it not? What about second? C. Others you can eliminate because there are extreme markers like all, only, or. Is it not? So that's not second. Third, C, correct. Is there anyone who has marked B for bombing? Front of this. provide licenses to the poor. Is it really that it will help? No, because you need other resources, right? So what is the major issue? It has talked about transparency, lack of transparency, right? And it has killed the competition. So what crony capitalism? And crony capitalism itself, concept क्या है? It excludes people. है ना? So वो नहीं चाहिए. Fourth, deep or belly. Is it implied? Yes. Increasing green cover could trigger the release of carbon trapped in soil. Yes. Last line. Is it not? Others you can eliminate, right? This is CO2 is essential for the survival of microorganisms and plants. Is that parallel? Even though in real world it may be true, but it's not parallel. Then B, solely responsible. Is it supported? No, right? And C, mainly responsible. It is also not supported. And last, fifth, A. How? Because they have given on one side we have huge production, on the other side people are paying huge cost. So इसमें influence क्या है? Whatever is produced is not reaching over there. So उसके ऊपर influence मिलेगा that make it to reach there. So उसको बोलते हैं farm to fork. Fork means what you use, spoon kind of spoon you use at eating table, right? So you imply it. So it is inference based on inference. And now last one is assumption. So there are 8 questions. 12 minutes. Start. So what will you do finding of assumption? You will do reverse thing. That which part of the passage is supported by this assumption. Okay, don't find support in the assumption in the passage. Instead, see how assumption is supporting the argument given in the passage. All right, start.
Cause you know